welcome back to another episode of the Member Spotlight. If you don't know what this is by now, where have you been? What have you been doing? You've clearly been missing out on all of the amazing conversations Jules and I have had in the past few weeks with different members within the tag community, just chatting about all things digital advertising and a little bit more. But you know what? We've got you covered. Head over to tagtoday.net after this episode and catch up on the rest, because you never know, you might find something useful. But as I said, not before you finish watching this episode, because today we've got a bit of a treat for you. We've got Christine Foster from Kroger Precision Marketing joining me, Vanessa Goff-Yu, for a little chat. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hi Christine, how are you? How's things?
Great. Thanks for having me on today, Vanessa.
Absolutely. No, we're super excited to have you on the Member Spotlight, and really excited to have a chat with you. So what's going on? What's new?
Just, summertime, lots of camps for the kids and kind of getting through the summer. We have some vacation plans coming up, so excited about that.
And what camps are the kids going to?
Basketball, a performing arts camp. So they are just living it up, having their best summer break lives.
Decent tans, I would assume, as well, if they're out pretty much outdoors, right?
Yes. It's great. I mean, they're having a really great summer.
Oh, I'm glad. And whereabouts in the world are you right now?
I am in North Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States.
Okay, cool. And for people who don't know you or the business that you work for, can you give us a little bit of an intro there?
Yeah, absolutely. Christine Foster. I am the Vice President of Media Operations at Kroger Precision Marketing. We are the retail media arm of Kroger, the grocery chain, and we sit within 8451, which is our data science team and company. We really help drive insights for brands, and then we also work with agencies to make sure that we are promoting products and we are in front of customers at the right time in the right places.
Okay. Awesome. So clearly, the cross-section between retail and customer experience and digital advertising is pretty much core to your business. But my assumption would be that the consumer experience is the most important priority for a business like yours. Am I correct?
You are absolutely correct. Consumer experience is at the first, it is the utmost priority for KPM. Retail media is first and foremost a collaboration between brands and retailers to serve shoppers. That's really our ultimate goal. We want to make the shopping experience as easy as it possibly can be. Shoppers want convenience. They want to see the products that they're looking for, that are most relevant to them at the time and place that they are, interested. There are 40,000 SKUs in a grocery store at any given point, and your mobile device can only show 2 to 3 items at one time. So the data science and the personalization is really key in making sure that brands are at that point to be seen by shoppers when and where they are shopping.
So like from that, the ad tech side must have quite a huge impact on how you target those consumers at the right time and on the right device or whatever it is, right?
Absolutely. Our personalized recommendations, 42% of people who click on a product listing ad are actually new or lapsed consumer or lapsed users in that brand. So the data science, the ad tech capabilities are really critical to any retailer or any commerce media, engagement.
So kind of turning that thinking a little bit around and kind of seeing explaining maybe how KPM are actually contributing from an ad tech side of things to kind of focus more on the consumer experience side of things. Would you be able to give a little bit more of an insight of how you guys are doing that and helping the ad tech community kind of up their game, if you would like, from that perspective?
Yeah, consumer, like we talked about, the consumer experience is prioritization. It's prioritized by KPM. We really believe that consumers should be in control, and prioritizing that consumer experience across publishers, across brands, across retailers, really will help the media industry stay on track. And that's kind of like the background and the thing that drives KPM forward, and why we are so focused on that central place between all of these things: media, retail, and how you use data science, how you use ad technology to do that and deliver that while keeping that experience, that customer trust, in check.
Absolutely. Sounds awesome. So thinking about, obviously from a tag perspective, we're very much an organization who's constantly thinking about security and protection around digital advertising in all of its
Yep.
forms, whether if it's more of the traditional versus more of the emerging channels. So what specifically are Kroger precision marketing doing right now that's protecting consumers from those harms of digital advertising?
Yeah. Well, as I mentioned, the consumer relationship and the experience that we have with our consumers is built on trust. It's also built on value. So retailers like Kroger have built up decades of trust in the communities that we serve, and we're committed to protecting that trust. It's really important for us to be leaned in and making sure that, everything we do is above board. So we're using all of the available resources to us, including tag, to ensure that messages are reaching the right shoppers in the right places, and that we are both delivering on that commitment to preserving that trust and delivering that value. And so we use a combination of verification services to, curate site lists and protect our brands as they are reaching their customers in the right time and place.
Sure. Sure. So again, spinning the conversation a little bit about kind of the importance of certification and following the industry best practices in terms of protecting your consumers. Obviously, from a digital advertising perspective, there's globally there's a lot of media agencies as well as ad tech vendors who have certain seals and certifications to prove that they are following these best practices. Do you think it is just as important for brands and marketers to also achieve these seals, or do have some sort of plan of action to kind of boost the importance of protecting your consumers in that way?
The short answer is yes. Because of the trust that we are building with our consumers at all times, it should be across all places, right? And that's why brands and retailers should be leading the way in building that consumer first media ecosystem. I mean, that is really the reason that we exist. And so, these certifications are super critical to make sure that we're not like grading our own homework, so to speak, and make sure that that trust is something that is earned by showing the openness and kind of transparency with a third party, such as tag, to really kind of make sure that we are doing what we say we're doing. It's really important to KPM to have that kind of third party, verification, if you will, on how we are doing what we say we do when it comes to consumer trust.
Sure. And do you think, what can brands and marketers do right now to do more around that awareness?
Well, it takes a village. No single publisher or platform can change the entire media ecosystem or industry alone. We need to be on the same page about brand safety and protecting that consumer experience. And, retailers have that unique opportunity because we're kind of between the brands and ad tech, and we advertise across a variety of sites. So while we have our own e-commerce site, we also are out in the media ecosystem and serve the wider audiences in those spaces. And so I think that is, one of the reasons it is super critical to be leaned in on these kind of verifications and certifications.
Sure. No, fair. And obviously focusing on you guys just a little bit more, Kroger Precision Marketing are one of 23 tag members who have achieved platinum status. For those of you who don't know what platinum status is, it's when a tag member has achieved all of the certifications that are on offer currently. And right now that's brand safety certified, certified against fraud, and certified against malware. And this clearly is not a simple task for any member. So 23 members that we currently have is obviously extremely amazing, and it's even more amazing that we have a business like Kroger Precision Marketing part of that really small group as well. What does the platinum status mean for you guys as a business like Kroger Precision Marketing, and what does it represent to you?
Our mission at Kroger is to feed the human spirit. People put their trust in Kroger to help them put dinner on the table and care for their families. And so we want to ensure that we're doing everything possible to protect that trust. So, in a nutshell, that's what it means to us. It is helping us protect that trust. We need to protect the future of commerce. The digital landscape is where people spend time shopping every single day. And we've created a robust e-commerce experience with in multiple ways for people to engage with brands. So again, going back to, we need help protecting that trust. And it means a lot that we're leaned in with you guys on doing that, building that trust in ways across our entire ecosystem and across the entire way that our shoppers might engage with us across, multiple platforms. And that's really important to us. And
awesome. So the penultimate question that I have for you, what advice would you give to any prospective tag member or current tag member about how to best leverage us as a standards body, as tag, for them moving forward as a business?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost would be use the resources available to you. Make sure people beyond your core team are using and applying those resources. Again, it is super important to have the external kind of perspectives as you are navigating what it takes to build consumer trust. And support that cause externally. Being a part of the tag community isn't just about internal best practice. It's about helping drive transparency and trust across the media ecosystem. And so, we would just recommend to really invite partners across to your media ecosystem and across the industry to join communities like these in preserving and building that trust with consumers.
Awesome.
With people.
Great. All right, so we're at the last part of the interview, the tags 10 questions.
Love it.
So for those of you who don't know or haven't seen an episode, tags 10 questions is basically a quick fire round of 10 random questions, usually nothing to do with digital advertising, and we basically get to know a little bit more about you, Christine.
Yay!
The best part of the interview. So, are you ready?
I love it. Ready as I'll ever be, I guess.
Cool. So, Netflix or Disney Plus?
Ooh, Disney Plus. I have 3 young kids.
Salsa or guacamole?
It's so tough. Guacamole.
Fair choice. Krog Street Market or Ponce City Market?
Ooh, Ponce City.
Fleetwood Mac or Heart?
Fleetwood Mac.
Binge-worthy TV show currently.
Oh, that's a tough one. We've just started watching Silo on Apple TV, and it is very mysterious, so I'm hooked.
What's that about? I've never heard of Silo.
It's about a silo underground, and they don't know who built it or why they're there. It's just like generations of people living underground, and it's very mysterious. So I'm only in like the second episode, but
Interesting. Okay. Back on it. Hike in the mountains or book on the beach?
both. I love both.
Fair enough. I can't remember that. I'm more of a do nothing on the beach type. Not even the book, just throw it out there.
Yeah, right.
Worst thing about the morning school drop off?
The chaos right before you get everybody out the door, and you're like, does everybody have shoes and their lunch boxes and all of the things?
And you've got times 3.
Yes, times 3.
Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Christmas. Yeah, I love like the sparkly lights and, the fireplace and all of the movie-esque things.
Straight into it. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Oh, I mean, people watch, my family watches it at Christmas. I would not consider it a Christmas movie.
Fair enough. And then the last one, what is your dream breakfast?
More of just like a coffee person in the morning. But I do love sweets. So I probably would choose pancakes or waffles or, something of the like.
Fair enough. Can't complain with that.
Right?
Thank you so much, Christine, for your time.
Yes.
Awesome having this chat with you.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. It's been great to catch up.
100%. All right. Catch you really soon.